Welcome to the Part 3 of the course, Fossil Identification and Classification. Fossil identification and classification play a crucial role in understanding the history of life on Earth. Fossils provide valuable insights into past organisms, their behaviors, and the environments they inhabited. In this module, we will explore the methods and techniques used to identify and classify fossils, which will aid us in interpreting and reconstructing Earth's history. Okay, let's start with the fossils identification. The first thing a paleontologist look at is the physical characteristics that a fossils possess. These are unique physical characteristics that allow to identify them. Include size, shape, color, texture, and composition. According to the American Geosciences Institute, once the fossils are prepared, they are sorted by geometry. Fossils with very similar geometry are assumed to belong to a single species. Fossils with somewhat different geometry are assumed to belong to a different species. 2. Comparative anatomy. Many fossils preserve anatomical structures of organisms. By comparing these structures to known organisms, paleontologists can identify the fossil's affinity to a specific group or species. For instance, since Darwin's time, comparative anatomy has focused on body structures that are homologous. Homologous structures have the same evolutionary origin, regardless of their present-day function. For example, the forelimbs of humans, birds, crocodiles, bats, dolphins, and rodents are all evolutionarily traceable to the fins of crossopterygian fishes. On the other hand, analogous structures perform the same function but have different evolutionary origins. An example is the wings of insects and birds. Analogous structures may resemble each other, but they have different structures. Functional morphology. Fossilized structures related to function, such as jaws, teeth, or limbs, provide insights into an organism's ecological role. Scientists can infer the fossil's behavior and dietary preferences by studying these functional aspects. Functional morphology focuses on understanding the role or function of specific structures or parts of an organism in relation to its environment, lifestyle, and evolutionary path. For example, it may try to explain why a particular dinosaur had long neck. The paleontologist use it to infer that it may have been because for an herbivore dinosaur it helped by allowing to reach leaves on higher parts of the trees. Now I will introduce you to fossil classification. Let's start with what taxonomy is. Fossil organisms are classified using a hierarchical system. Taxonomy organizes organisms into groups based on their similarities and evolutionary relationships. Fossils are assigned to various taxonomic ranks such as kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Here we have as an example, the taxonomy of Volpes vulpes is the case of the American Rex fox. Kingdom. Animalia. The fox is an animal, not a plant. Phylum. Chordata. The fox is a vertebrate animal, it means it has a spine. Class. Mammalia. The fox is a mammal, it is born alive and needs milk when very young. Order. Carnivora. It means it belongs to the animals that eat meat. Family. Canidae. It belongs to the same general group of animals that includes dogs and wolves. Genus. Volpes. It belonged to the general group of foxes. Species. Volpes vulpes. This is its scientific binomial name for the American red fox. Systematics. Systematics is the scientific discipline focused on understanding the evolutionary relationships between organisms. Systematists can create evolutionary trees or cladograms by analyzing the similarities and differences between fossils, showing the relationships and patterns of divergence among species. One important application is biostratigraphy. Biostratigraphy is a branch of stratigraphy that uses fossil assemblages to establish relative ages of rocks and stratigraphic units. Fossils with known ranges in the geologic record are used as biostratigraphic markers, allowing geologists to correlate and date rock layers. Exercise. Do research, and find at least 3 more applications of paleontology in geology.